Hi, I'm Alex. We're on Zwift, training on race mode ready.
If you're into challenges, watts, and virtual pain, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.
Let's roll. 5 kilometers. On paper, that's the distance you ride when you forget milk and need to save face. On Zwift Tiny Race, it's a compressed thunderstorm in a soda can. I signed up thinking, it's tiny. Cute. Probably a warm-up with a number pinned to it. That was optimism talking. Tiny does not mean gentle. Tiny means there is no time to negotiate with reality. The pen fills up. Avatars everywhere. Neon bikes that look like they were engineered by a sci-fi committee. My heart is already doing sound check like a drummer before a punk show. It's not a start. It's a mass launch. Everyone throws what's like the power grid is about to shut down. In the first 30 seconds you learn a universal truth. If you're not already above threshold, you're already behind. 5 kilometers sounds short. Then you look at the clock. 90 seconds in, and your legs are filing a formal complaint. The group is flying. Not aggressively. Not tactically. Just aggressively tactical. There's no chess here. It's speed chess while sprinting. You try to sit in. You hunt for draft. You whisper, relax, it's short. Your heart replies, incorrect. Tiny race is a polite lie. It's short the way espresso is small. Concentrated. Unapologetic. In a long race, you calculate. Here, you react. You start forming a thought and someone is already passing you on a glowing spaceship bike. The pace nudges up slightly. Just slightly. That slight increase feels like someone turned gravity up 2 clicks. You tell yourself it's just a micro surge. Yes. A micro surge at X watts per kilo. You close the gap. The gap reopens. You close it again. The gap laughs. Selection in a tiny race isn't gradual. It's surgical. Somewhere around halfway, you realize something important. There is no middle. It's all start. All pressure. All now. You're either in the draft or in the wind. And the wind is not philosophical about it. Positions change constantly. Up 2 places. Down 3. Back 1. It feels like an arcade game where every button is the sprint button. You can't fake form over 5 kilometers at race pace. There's no time to settle in. No, I'll recover later. Later does not exist. Your heart is fully employed. Beating like it owes someone money. You glance at your what numbers the way you check your bank account during impulse shopping. Briefly. With mild fear. The emotional journey of a tiny race is impressive. In under 10 minutes, you experience confidence, concern, regret, negotiation with physics, acceptance, and somehow, optimism before the final sprint. It's a psychological speed run. You don't have time to spiral. You barely have time to blink. There's something intoxicating about it. Everything moves fast. The screen scrolls. The numbers tick. The leaderboard reshuffles like it's alive. It feels like someone took a 40 kilometers race and compressed it into a pressure chamber. No filler. No scenic intermission. Just distilled effort. When you see 1 kilometer remaining, you don't think, thank goodness. You think, already? Because you were never comfortable. There was never a steady rhythm. The pace lifts again. Of course it does. Everyone smells the finish. You dig. You don't know where the energy comes from. Probably stored next to desperation. This is chaos in high definition. No tactics. No finesse. Just watts and willpower.
You sprint like the race is 200 meters long and the previous 4.8 kilometers were a misunderstanding.
Avatar rocking. Heart detonating. Brain buffering. You cross the line and for a moment you don't even know your position. You only know one thing. Tiny does not mean easy. It's short. It's brutal. It's perfect if you want the full race experience without booking your entire afternoon. 5 kilometers on Zwift can feel harder than 20 ridden sensibly. Because here, there is nowhere to hide. It grabs you, shakes you, and hands you back in under 10 minutes. And somehow, that's the fun of it. It's what espresso. It's cycling concentrate. It's a carbonated can of effort you open and finish in one go. If someone says, "It's just a tiny race," smile politely. The kind of calm, diplomatic smile you use when someone clearly has no idea what just happened inside your living room pain cave. Then tell them you lived an entire sports documentary in under 10 minutes. Not the slow, artsy kind with scenic drone shots and reflective interviews. The high drama version. Fast cuts. Heavy breathing. Close-ups of eyes. Numbers flashing. Commentary building tension like a thriller soundtrack. Tell them there was a launch that felt like a rocket ignition. Tell them alliances formed and dissolved in seconds inside the draft. Tell them there were breakaways that lasted the lifespan of a mayfly. Tell them you experienced character development between kilometer 2 and kilometer 4. Tiny does not mean small. It means compressed. It means concentrated. It means someone took a full-length race, removed all the calm, all the neutral rollouts, all the polite pacing, and kept only the sharp edges. Compact. Dense. Intense. It's effort without filler. Pressure without intermission. A story arc that refuses to slow down. In a longer race, you negotiate. You manage. You plan. In a tiny race, you react. You cling. You commit. There is no gentle build. There is only ignition. And when you step off the bike, legs buzzing like they're still pedaling somewhere in another dimension, lungs trying to broker a ceasefire with oxygen, you realize something slightly ridiculous and completely true. You didn't just ride 5 kilometers. You sprinted through a storm of avatars and watts. You made tactical decisions in milliseconds. You chased gaps that opened like trapdoors. You held wheels like they were the last train home. Your heart did overtime. Your legs signed documents they didn't read. Your brain briefly left the chat during the final sprint. All in under 10 minutes. That's not just anything. That's condensed chaos. That's a highlight reel without the boring parts. That's a race that demands everything immediately and gives you no time to complain about it. So yes, technically, it was 5 kilometers. But emotionally? It was a full season. Physically? It was a headline act. And mentally? It was a reminder that Tiny can hit like a thunderclap. Even if the distance fits inside a warm-up. Thanks for riding with me today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel and to make sure you never miss a new ride, workout, or crazy indoor challenge I decide to try. And hey, share this video with your cycling buddies, your group chat, your indoor training friends, basically anyone who owns a bike, a trainer, or just loves watching someone sweat on the internet. Remember, if I can do it, absolutely anyone can. Trust me. I'm living proof that determination beats perfection every single time. So keep pedaling, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next ride.